and gentlemen, my name is Lieutenant Vicki Gibbons, call sign Trash Cat, and on behalf of the United States Navy and Strike Fighter Squadron 106, we are proud to present the Rhino Demo Team. The demo flight profile you are about to witness highlights the mobility, versatility, and power of the most lethal carrier-based strike fighter aircraft in the world, the A-18 Super Hornet, nicknamed the Rhino. The aircraft performing today is the F model, the two-seat variant of the Super Hornet. In today's demonstration, Lieutenant Commander Michael Segala, call sign Longshot, from York, Maine, and Weapons Systems Officer Lieutenant Mason Luthen, call sign Scooter McGavin, from Richmond, Virginia, will fly the FA-18 to the edge of its operating envelope. During the show, aircrew will experience nearly 8 times the force of gravity, accelerate to speeds up to 700 miles per hour, and demonstrate maneuvers being employed by naval aviators around the world, both in training and in combat. Longshot and Scooter, you are cleared for takeoff. Watch as Longshot and Scooter select maximum afterburner and execute the Super Hornet half Cuban 8. Unique ability to operate at slow speeds and high angles of attack. Watch as they execute a maximum performance loop away from the crowd and then command the nose to over 540 degrees of turn, all while remaining parallel to the ground. maneuver, the Rhino will approach show center at 200 feet and nearly Mach 1, or just under 750 miles per hour. You may notice white compression vapor being produced around the aircraft, indicating that it is approaching the speed of sound. Let's check into the cockpit right now and ask Scooter just how fast they're going.
There's 0.95 going 620 miles an hour. 0.95, 630 miles an hour.
In the full and setting up for the vertical pirouette, Longshot and Scooter will first pull the aircraft into the vertical, then roll the canopy towards the crowd. Following a negative G push to wings level, aircrew will use the F-18's 2 digital flight control computers to rotate back to bullseye nose low, all while keeping their canopy pinned to the crowd. Nose and tail position gives the Super Hornet a distinct advantage in the air-to-air arena of a dogfight. Longshot and Scooter are now setting up for the square loop. As the Super Hornet approaches show center at 350 miles per hour, Longshot will rapidly reposition the nose 4 times, flying a distinct square path through the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left to the square loop. As Longshot and Scooter push outbound, they are now setting up for the inverted Whisper Pass. Approaching show center at 500 feet, they will reduce the throttles to idle power and roll the aircraft inverted. As they come into focus, note just how quiet the aircraft becomes as it passes at nearly 500 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, the Super Hornet inverted Whisper Pass. Longshot and Scooter are now setting up for the High Alpha Pass. This maneuver will demonstrate the incredible slow speed handling characteristics of the Super Hornet. Few other aircraft in the world can attempt to maneuver at such a slow speed and high angle of attack. However, the Rhino's digital flight control computers allow it to remain completely controllable, even at less than 110 miles per hour. In the 1v1 air combat arena, this ability to fly slowly is a premium, as it allows the Super Hornet to flush enemy aircraft out in front of it, to then employ follow-on weapons and win the fight. Let's go back to the cockpit now and ask Scooter, how slow can you go?
There's 15 degrees Alpha, 110 knots. 20 degrees Alpha, 105 knots, slow it down. There's 24 Alpha, 100 miles an hour, we're calling.
In the recovery, Longshot Scooter will perform a pitch rate demonstration maneuver to showcase the Super Hornet's excellent pitch authority with a brake right 90, immediately followed by an outbound tuck under maneuver. The job of a naval aviator is not complete until their aircraft is back aboard its floating home, and we take great professional pride in our unique ability to land aboard a 100,000-ton U.S. Navy aircraft carrier. To land in an area 1/10 the length of a normal-sized runway, carrier aviators must touch down between 4 wires stretched across the deck of a ship. To do this, we use an optical landing system commonly referred to as the ball. During the final portion of the approach, aircrew and landing signal officers, known as paddles, work together to get the aircraft safely aboard. Let's listen in on that final approach right now.
Paddles, radio check. Paddles, as you loud and clear. Got you loud and clear, I'll back up. Paddles, working 3115, right down the angle. 203 3/4 ball, call the ball. 203, right ball, 5-6. Roger, ball, a little high, start working it down. There's the right slope. Keep your turn. A little left to line up. Little power. Easy with it, easy with it. Power back up, Volter, hook skip Volter.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready. Longshot and Scooter are now setting up for the photo pass. The aircraft will pass show center in a 90-degree angle of bank at 200 feet in maximum afterburner. Gentlemen, from the right, the Super Hornet photo pass. From the right, the Super Hornet final carrier brake to land. Ladies and gentlemen, the FA-18 you saw here today is one of many used to train pilots and Wizzos at Strike Fighter Squadron 106, based at Naval Air Station Oceana in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Longshot, Scooter, and myself serve as instructors teaching new aircrew how to fly and tactically employ the Super Hornet. Currently, there are 33 operational Super Hornet squadrons in the Navy defending freedom and democracy around the world. It takes many talented and dedicated young men and women to maintain, fix, and fly these aircraft. Help us thank the entire Rhino Demo Maintenance Team and our maintenance professionals here at the show. They are AMC Owen DeVilliers from New Orleans, Louisiana, AME2 Rosa Dea from Dallas, Texas, AT1 Brandon Delph from Germantown, Maryland, AT2 Asia Gray from Douglas, Georgia, AM2 Joshua Singleton from Jacksonville, Florida, AE2 Kevin Sassnat, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 82 Xavier Faison from Douglasville, Georgia, AO2 Zach Monick from Naugatuck, Connecticut. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire United States Navy, we thank you for allowing us to demonstrate the capabilities of the FA-18 Super Hornet.